Just want to welcome you all to the Original 13 page. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me at Twitter at the original _ 13. On Facebook as well at the original 13. All one word. Just wanted to give it a few days just after the whole situation and the massacre of these kids and these teachers. I wanted to just kind of get down and see what was going on. And more is coming out, but we already know. What is what it is. The first thing that really upset me more than anything is the gun activists. These parents were just finding out their kids are dead, and they're already running to microphones, talking about, we need gun control. We need more background checks. That's not going to fix the problem. There's a lot of people that are at fault here, and it's not just the shooter, okay? And it's not just the shooter. And I'll explain why. Because I've been looking, and this is just a few sources I've dug up within a matter of 15-20 minutes. I'm sure if I really were going to sit down and dig up some more, if my printer would work. But right now, I just want to, first of all, before I even get into it, I want to recognize these kids and these teachers. Okay, they all were. I'm trying to. I've been thinking about my own kids and my own family, and so I just want to say, I'm with my sincere heart and condolences to the families of these victims of Parkland, Florida, and that Douglas High School. I think it was the name of the high school. During their terrible time of agony and grief and suffering, confusion, and just a sense of lostness, I'm sure. So I'm going to share the names of the victims. I got this from CNN, and I know there was a couple other places that also published the names. And I hope I pronounce them correctly. Alicia Alhendoff, she was 14. Scott Bagel, 35, he was a teacher. Martin Angueno, I think is how you say it, he was 14. These were all different ages, races of kids. I mean, it wasn't just targeting one group of people. Nicholas Duwart, 17. Aaron Feast, he was, I guess, a phys ed teacher, 37 years old. Go and read. I mean, I'm sure there's more I can find, but these teachers, man, these teachers, unarmed teachers, and they just, and it says the one kid said this teacher, he ran toward the gunfire. He didn't even have a weapon. He didn't know what he was going to do, but he knew if he could save a couple kids, he was going to try to save some kids. Try to keep it together. Just pisses me off. Jamie Guttenberg, 14. Chris Hickson, 49. Luke Hauer, 15. Kara Loganran, 14. Gina Meltalto, 14. Joanne Quinn Oliver, 17. Elenia Petty, 14. Meadow Polak, 18. Helenia Ramsey, 17. Alex Shaster, 14. Carmen Shentrump, 16. And Peter Wang was 15. And man, I'm just trying to keep it together. But who's to blame? Who's to blame? Of course, right away you got the gun activists. They come right out, like I said, and they just come right out and just jump right on it, boy. Let's just, while the bodies are still warm, before the parents even know what the hell's going on, let's jump on board. That pisses me off. That people are such scumbags. The love of many will wax cold, the Bible says, as the end times come. Look around. Justice is lacking. Look, I'm not going to sit here and preach. You can go read the Bible for yourself, but I'm telling you, something has to change. We had to start loving each other. You know, like I said, who's to blame? Everybody went, oh, yeah, the gun, guns just jump out of people's pockets or out of their holsters and shoot people. Just like, a spoon makes people fat, because, it just sits there. But, it just pisses me off, man. And I want to say also to the families is that I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for the loss of the families of the teachers and just the horrificness of this whole tragedy. Of course, our immorality, could our immorality of our culture that we have allowed to continue of mass murders of innocent babies and a lack of justice in the nation when it comes to those in power be an issue also when it comes to Bible and God. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that God caused that what happened to anything that happened, okay? But God allows things to happen for his own purpose. We don't understand. But could it be a small thing just saying, hey, look, you people need to wake up. Your immorality is enough. Your killing of innocent babies is enough. Your I'm sorry to say, your gay marriage is enough. Stop it. I don't know, but I know what the Bible says. And I know God allows judgment upon nations, and he did it against Israel, and Israel was his people. So if you don't think that he's going to do it against his own people, what makes you think he won't do it against America? That's all I got to say about that. And I also want to talk about who else is to blame. Because it's definitely the FBI. The FBI dropped the ball. The sheriff's department and the police, 20 times I read that they were coming to his house. They knew what he was. How did he even have weapons in his home if he was such a violent person? The sheriff Israel, he's to blame too. I don't give a shit. I'm going to start posting blame where the blame belongs. And it ain't just the shooter. It's the community, the kids, the teachers. They said something. Somebody went and anonymously told, and the FBI did nothing. Because you know why? They're too busy worried about if Trump colluded with Russia. That's the real problem. Who gives two shits? The people elected Trump. And you don't like it too damn bad. Take a back seat, okay? Shit with the FBI. I mean, you're telling me you didn't investigate this kid? All this information, nobody investigated this kid. But yet, 10 people in a court, a FISA court, no less, thought it was okay to spy on an American citizen. This is where we're at in this country. This is where we are. What's going on? I mean, Christ. I'm not using his name in vain. I'm just saying I don't understand. Look, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get why. I completely agree, and I'm going to read some of this highlighted stuff here. This is Washington Post. I really don't like them, but this wasn't the only place that published this article about the FBI's failure to act. You can read on. I couldn't get all my stuff to print, like I said. BBC, I think, wrote an article on it. Like I said, Fox News. Gun control advocates rushed to distort the truth about what happened in Parkland. There hasn't been 18 school shootings this year. That comes out of and Fox News and the Washington Post both did articles saying that that's a false. Okay? That's what I'm saying. All the lies in the media, all the lies coming from the Democrats and the liberals makes me sick. Makes me sick. And then from the FBI too. I'm going to throw them right under the bus. Look, if you got time to sit there and investigate and waste our tax dollars on who colluded with who, we already know who colluded with who. Damn, the Clintons colluded with damn Russians. We already know it. Damn, look at Uranium One, okay? Woo! Everybody knows it. Excuse my language. I'm probably going to get banned for this video. I don't really give two shits. You know what? Kiss my white honky butt. But you know what? I'm going to sit there and say the truth. I'm getting tired of it. Somebody's going to start taking responsibility for these inactions. Every time it comes out, and a lot of times in these communities where these people know about these kids that have been troubled, and they do nothing. Nobody does nothing until something happens. What's going on? I don't get it. So here we are. The FBI said Friday that more than a month before the shooting rampage at South Florida High, the Bureau received a warning that the 19-year-old charged in the massacre might carry out an attack at school, but the investigators failed to act on it. Bing, bong, boom. Right there. What more do you need to say? This person, who was not identified, told the FBI's public tip line about Cruz's gun ownership, desire to kill people, erratic behavior, disturbing social media posts, as well as the potential of him conducting a school shooting, the Bureau said. Such a warning should have sent investigations like a red flag, basically, they're saying, as a potential threat to life, triggering an investigation by the local field office in Miami, but the protocols were not followed and no further inquiries were made, the Bureau said in a statement. This just goes to show that your government, your federal government people, cannot protect you. And I'm going to say one more thing about weapons. I told a guy at work today, people forget one thing. You remember when, I can't remember the commander's name, or was he the commander, or, remember when Japan attacked us, Pearl Harbor? Okay, and then I think they did a remake, or they did a documentary. I can't remember the name of it. And I watched it. And I want to say it's like Sin Shun Chu or something. Isn't he like the dude that wrote The Art of War or something? Or followed the Book of Art of War? I can't remember the guy's name. He was like the commander, huge general, or he was maybe like the supreme leader, whatever they called him. Emperor, maybe, even. I'm not sure. But anyway, somebody can comment. I don't know. I have to go back and research it. It's been a long time. So anyway, he said there's a weapon behind every blade of grass. He wasn't talking about military. He was talking about the United States citizens and all the weapons that they had. He knew, and he was in his right mind to at least know that they weren't going to put ground troops in America. Okay? They weren't going to send ground troops out in America because they already knew there's no way we're going to get through. They got too many weapons, too many guns. So let me tell you something. You take away all the guns in America. Now what happens? Let me tell you something. First thing that's going to happen, we're going to be invaded. And that's a promise. And that's what the liberals and Democrats want. I'm telling you right now. They want, because they're trying to bring a one world order. See? Think about it. It all makes sense in the grand scheme of things because in the Bible, once again, it talks about a one world order that will come about at some time. Because remember when God scared the languages in Babylon? Why did he do that? Because the people were conspiring against God. See? And people forget. It's simple stories. I mean, come on. You've been taught this in Sunday school. Look around. It's being fulfilled before our very eyes. Okay? I'm not going to go into like some weird prophetic thing, but I'm just telling you. It's the truth. And maybe even patriots in my own patriot community might exile me for the truth that I'm telling you right now. And I don't really care because I'm going to say it. Keep it real. Original 13 out.